Now my question to all of you is, what's the process of you retiring? आप जब सोने जाते हो, what's the process? Okay, what is it that you do in terms of what? खाने के बाद सो गए, you go for a walk and go to sleep, और ऐसे ही चलते चलते कहीं भी गिर गए, okay, yeah, कहीं पर भी, okay, what's the process? Because see, there are two very important slots, and this probably those giving the mains this time or prelims this time will realize this. दो बहुत important slots हैं आपके day के, apart from whatever you're doing. One is the last 1 hour before you go to sleep, and when you wake up, about 1 hour after you have opened your eyes. ठीक है? And someday I'll discuss some of the study techniques also, कैसे पढ़ा जाता है. See, what I realize from some of your doubts is, आप लोग जो पढ़ाई करते हो, आप लोग उस पे सोचते नहीं हो. It's a very mechanical process of coming, taking information, making notes, going back, and I understand. वो pressure बना हुआ है. ठीक है? I understand. It's something like eating food. You eat food for a proper good health, for good digestion. We say, no, खा के भागो मत. Sit down for half an hour, 15 minutes. Okay. At least take some water, breathe easy first. It applies to all such studies also. The last 1 hour is when you should revise the day's work and take a stock of what all you have done, and go to sleep while you're thinking about some particular topic. I don't know if it works with you or not. It has worked with me, and it has worked with a lot of people I have studied with. Many a times, your mind works at a subconscious level. And there's a lot of memorization that happens. Okay, in your sleep, you don't realize that. Okay, I have done it, and I learned this from somebody that I know. Okay, you start a topic, you are reading it, you're thinking about it, you go to sleep. Okay, while you're sleeping, lot of things will get memorized. You wake up in the morning, and you must revise the same topic. Make it like a habit. Try this. Because what happens for most of us is, हम पढ़ तो रहे होते हैं, but we don't stand or step back and reflect on the issues. कि जो पढ़ा आपने concept on growth rates or DTM theory, okay, you are dwelling on comparison, contrast, criticisms, you're discussing what is good in this, bad in that. तो ये जो summarizations करते हो आप लोग, the summarizations have to be memorized. For most of us, I mean, some of you, one of you came to me 3 days ago, तो summary बना लिया, इसका क्या करना है? Summary को memorize करना है. The fundamental, okay, so you have done the class, you have the notes, you must memorize, okay, and then probably tests करना है, answer writing, whatever. Okay. From the class and the notes that you have made, memorization के लिए, the intermediate step is make summaries. Okay. You have understood something here does not mean you appreciate it. For appreciation, okay, and for developing convictions, जो आप पढ़ रहे हो, उस पे convictions होना बहुत important है. This happens with summary, plus what you require is some bit of introspection on what you are reading. आपको उसके बारे में सोचना पड़ेगा. What did you read? What did you understand out of it? If you don't agree with it, what do you think you can quote as examples? So, for most of us, this and newspaper रीडिंग. ओके, कि बाद में आप एक्सपेक्ट करते हो कि डायरेक्टली आप टेस्ट दे दोगे, डायरेक्टली आप आंसर लिख लोगे. Yesterday itself, I think 1 or 2 of you came to me and told me कि सर जब हम टेस्ट लिखने बैठते हैं, ओके, आइडिया समझ में तो आ रहा है कि क्या पूछा जा रहा है, but then we are struggling how to structure it, how to organize it. So if you give your tests directly from here or write answers directly, you'll never have a sense of control. तो आपका जो ये प्रोसेस है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्रोसेस है. So when you go to sleep, my suggestion to you is have that sheet with you, उस डे का जो समराइजेशंस हैं, and glance through, वो पढ़ते पढ़ते सोने का कोशिश करो. Okay, it will become a part of a habit. Okay, and in the morning when you wake up, okay, I always say don't leave your bed immediately. Okay, wake up, open your eyes, okay, and it'll take a couple of seconds to realize, okay, the day has begun. Okay, and a good way of getting back into the work is वही sheet जो रखा है side में, okay, if it's dark, morning आजकल dark है, whatever, you switch on the light, okay, and you revise the points. So ये जो memorization, remember, memorization requires a process. The appreciation requires a process. आपको सोचना पड़ेगा. I wish I could show you how some things, how we work. For example, if you realize I've been making some videos on current affairs and topics, okay? So the process I follow. जैसे अभी आपका न्यूज़ चल रहा है on how China called for Indian Ocean Forum. Okay, India was not there. कुछ न्यूज़ और भी है around India's initiatives in Iran about the connect to Central Asia. You have the Quad issues. अब जानते हैं Quad, I believe. You know, AUKUS also has an initiative. India का अपना Indian Ocean Rim initiation है, BIMSTEC है. Okay, so I'm trying to make a video that addresses all of this together. So what I do is, I first do my own readings. 4-5 sources से पढ़ा, what I know. Then I make a storyline for myself. Yeah, when I'm talking about it, I'll say this, then I will say this, then I will say this. In support of these points, ये arguments हैं. Okay, so I'm making a storyline. Then I'll script it. And this script, I will read 3-4 days with summary ये phase में. I'm introspecting. When I'm reading it, what do I understand? What do I appreciate? कुछ point miss हो रहा है कि नहीं? The next day morning, again I revise. So it's a work of almost 1 week or 10 days before I'm ready for the shoot. Okay. And this process gives me an understanding, gives me a sense of control on what I'm speaking. It's not simply blurting out. एक आर्टिकल पढ़ा और आर्टिकल बता दिया, आर्टिकल में ये लिखा था, ये लिखा था, ये लिखा था. Okay, and this is what the facts are. That's a bad way of studying or even teaching current affairs. तो हर चीज का एक स्टोरी होता है. तो to develop the storyline, you have to okay, introspect, step back and think on the topics. Step back कि इसमें सवाल पूछेगा तो क्या पूछेगा. It'll take some more time for you to get that control on the topics. Otherwise, your preparation is a mad race. Okay, is going out of hand and you're running behind it. So I realized from some of your doubts and the discussions I had yesterday, 2-3 दिन में, कि मुझे लगा कि ये आप लोग कर नहीं रहे हो. Many of you are not still into the notes summarization. Okay, and you're assuming कि याद हो जाए. याद अपने आप नहीं होने वाला. You can spend your entire life and not remember things. And याद करोगे, trust me, you will forget. तो ये दोबारा रिवाइज कब किया जाता है? दोबारा रिवाइज के लिए again the same technique. Okay, before you go to sleep, आपका last 1 hour में ये 3-4 काम होना चाहिए. The revision of that day's work and its memorization. A quick glance on last 2 days of work. Okay, because कल याद किया था, जब परसों याद किया था, भूल तो नहीं गए हम. in study techniques, I'll see if I have time, 3 methods you must know. Okay, एक है Pomodoro method. This applies for people who have very short attention spans. आप focus नहीं कर पा रहे हो. Okay, then there is a technique called as a Feynman technique, and a third technique called as blurting technique. So I'm talking about the blurting technique. Blurting technique का मतलब होता है you remember, memorize and you blurt out. जो सीखा है ना सारा recall होना चाहिए. Give me 3 pages. Okay, I'll sit down and I'll memorize it. पूरा याद करने के बाद में I will blurt out. मतलब मुझे literally उगालना है. But keep on blurting till you get one complete recall right. You gave me 10 information. याद किया. Blurting out 7 हो गया 2 नहीं हुआ. I say I will go back again do it. Again do it. Again blurt out. Okay, 9 हो गया 1 मिस हो गया. Again you revise. Okay, again blurting out. Last का 7 याद हो गया पहले का 2 भूल गए. Okay, again you memorize. You keep on doing this till you get one complete recall right. One recall right के बाद में you need a quick re-revision after a couple of days. It's the technique of what we call as developing memory trace. Mind में जो trace होता है memory का, you have to keep on reminding yourself ये नहीं भूले. So for some of us, these techniques come natural. हम करते करते सीखे में, you don't even realize it. It's something like you guys driving a car or riding a bicycle. You don't even realize कि सब कुछ साथ हो रहा है. You're balancing, you're looking right and left. Okay, you're holding the gear, you're holding the brakes. सब एक साथ हो रहा है. I mean, when I'm driving the car, do I tell myself कि अब मुझे right देखना है शीशे में, तो right देखूंगा. ऐसे होता है क्या? When you're learning the car, ये होता रहता है. Okay, जब शीशा देख रहे भूल गए कि आगे देखना था, तो आगे देख लिया, गियर कहां चला गया. Okay, but in time, what happened becomes a part of an autonomic responses. So यही technique है even for your study. Unfortunately, most of us do not know these techniques and we think ये God's gift अपने आप हो जाता है. For some we have done it, done it unconsciously because वो पटरी पे आ चुके हैं. For others, you have to learn this technique. So introspection. In fact, I'll develop a video on this maybe. ये बहुत important aspect of your study है. You have to develop, you must develop yourself as independent minds, capable of giving your opinions. आपको ये develop करना ability. You must, as an administrator, as a bureaucrat, as a policy maker, we need people who have a mind of their own, who can give opinions and probably discuss issues. ये जो opinion of your own के लिए, there are 2 things. Saying what we know, और एक है saying after we know enough dimensions and we have evaluated the issues properly. अभी मैं पूछूंगा आपको कि tell me what you think about the goal of Messi in Argentina-Mexico match, if you guys have seen it. Okay, so यहां वहां कुछ सुना है आपने बोल देना है, अच्छा है बुरा है नहीं देखा है. और एक होते हैं ना those football fanatics. They know lot of goals, lot of players, how they have scored, what they have scored, and then they give a comment. In my opinion, this was a brilliant one. Almost like a strategy बनाया, वो पूरा game set हुआ. Okay, Messi could see there is a gap. They are playing deep, and he positions himself. Okay, and it was one of the most brilliant goals in otherwise a very drab match. तो एक तो है कि आप जो बोल रहे हो आपके मन में जो आया बोल दिया आपने. Okay, और second है you have said some things after you have read many things, thought about it, evaluated it, considered many of the different possibilities, and then you give an opinion. आपको ये डेवलप करना है. So most of you are not moving in that direction. आप लोग क्या कर रहे हो? इंफॉर्मेशन क्रैम कर रहे हो. Most of you are struggling. Okay, कि Malthus, somebody asked me yesterday, why am I discussing Malthus so many times? That's a good question. Malthus, because he is the root of many theories. Malthus का relevance आज के डेट में environment में बहुत बहुत ज्यादा है. Malthus is almost like a polar opposite of many theories. मार्क्स तो फिर भी आ चुके हैं कि पॉपुलेशन का डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए. मार्क्स हैज कन्वर्टेड दैट, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट एम्पावरमेंट. मैल्थस पूरा उल्टा बोल रहे हैं. दैट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन. एंड ये क्वेश्चन पूछने के लिए और आंसर करने के लिए भी यू नीड सम काइंड ऑफ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन. ओके, सो ये एग्जामिनेशन ऐसे बैठे बिठाए तो क्वालिफाई नहीं होने वाला. सो यूज दीज टू मोमेंट्स. ओके, and early morning or whatever time you wake up, wake करने के बाद में the first 2-3 hours are very important. That's why I generally tell students कि don't wake up and rush to a class. क्लास है 8 बजे, आप उठे 7 बजे, क्लास चले गए. क्लास है 12 बजे, you have slept late, you wake up at 11:30, get ready and go to class. That's a bad strategy. जब भी क्लास है उसके पहले 4-5 घंटा या 2-3 घंटा पहले आपको होना चाहिए सेट. So 8 बजे क्लास है, ट्राई वेकिंग अप एटलीस्ट बाय 5-5:30 टाइप्स, 2 या 3 घंटा मिले आपको. अदरवाइज व्हाट हैपेंस इज योर माइंड इज नॉट रेडी. फिर आप क्या क्लास के अंदर में यू आर ग्रॉगी और पहले हाफ एन आवर में सर ने पढ़ा दिया, यू आर स्टिल रजिस्टरिंग. अच्छा सुबह हो चुकी है. इट हैपेंस फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. So your alertness levels must be very high when you're in class, and a mind that is, let's warmed up. You know, when you are driving a car or racing, okay, you have seen a rev up hota hai pehle. Start karke you are, okay, warming the engine first. तो उठने के साथ साथ the first half an hour, 45 minutes or 1 hour, recall whatever you studied last evening. वो pages होना चाहिए आपके पास में. Okay, then probably spend 15-20 minutes quick, okay, thinking on कि आज का डे मैं कैसे करने वाला हूं, what will I study. And if nice if you open up the books, okay, do some work, revise something, memorize something, and then start off with the day's work. See, till now, the kind of education background we all came from, the type of study we did, अभी तक आपको इतना प्लानिंग का जरूरत नहीं था. Because syllabus was defined, you exactly knew 2 or 3 books, and the examination was a short sprint. 10 दिन पढ़ लिया हो गया. अगर आपने कैट भी दिया होगा ना, for most of us 2.5 months, 3 months में काम एग्जाम हो गया. 4 महीने में हो जाते रेडी आप. For most of us, the examination was of that kind. This examination is a long haul. Long haul में, and when the syllabus is as diffused, you must organize your study very well. Matrices चाहिए, how you're progressing, what you're progressing. Like say, when I was younger, or when you all were younger, what we ate, what we did not eat did not matter much. Your system is strong, metabolism is really good. आप जो खाएं वो हजम भी कर लेते हो, you can tolerate probably spicy foods, you can manage. But एक टाइम आता है लाइफ में when the body starts changing. At that time, you need lot of planning. कि I can't eat this kind of food, and God forbid somebody has some heart issues or some other problem. Then you need to be focused there in terms of what you can eat, you can't eat. The same thing now. ये पढ़ाई में your day has to be very well planned. You must have a type of a slot for revision, a type of slot for recall, a type of slot where you do nothing. हाफ एन आवर 1 घंटा चुपचाप बैठ के जस्ट इंट्रोस्पेक्ट कि आज का क्या पढ़ाई हुआ, कैसे किया, क्या समझे हम. You have to withdraw from active study and go into a different type of a study. Okay, that's nice. No, it's perfectly fine. In fact, a quick physical exercise before a strenuous work gets your system working very well. So it's nice you wake up and you do a bit of exercise, perfectly fine. But मैं चाहता हूं कि आप आंख खोलकर don't jump out of the bed. be on the bed, horizontal, okay, take out your sheets, put on your glasses, okay, or put on the light and read कि क्या पर याद है कि नहीं, recall and see, blurt out and see सब याद हो रहा है कि नहीं. So that's the important check before you start the day. And human geography, what I'm doing right now, requires lot of such introspections. अभी तो घुसेंगे हम migration issues, migration policies, development agenda, growth rate. One if you asked me, sir, growth rate decline का reason, why is IMR falling? अरे ये तो बता रहे हैं पिछले 2 दिन से क्या पढ़ा रहे हैं आपको हम? That if you look at the growth trends, the reasons of growth trend is because death rate is high. Why does population multiply? Why do people have high fertility rates? One big reason is the population homeostasis. So अगर आप IMR गिरा देते हो और life expectancy बढ़ा देते हो, for some time the numbers will expand because of imbalance, but ultimately fertility will decline. So that question tells me कि कहीं आप miss कर रहे हो our conversations. You're not registering the conversations on how is poverty linked to population growth and so on. Okay, so just a recommendation from my side for all of you कि the time you go to sleep, और एक चीज करो आप लोग, sleep का time fix करो. Your body must get attuned for some slot, not random sleep. Fix a time. 10 बजे हो, 11 बजे हो, 12 बजे हो, whatever time suits you. Okay, but of course, ultimately your body clock must get right before the examination. And it takes about 1 month or 2 months to set your body right. If a night student, ठीक अभी पढ़ो रात को, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. एग्जाम के 2 महीने पहले आपको चेंज करना पड़ेगा. Lot of examples where students say, sir, पढ़ाई किया रात भर, एग्जाम के दिन में I was groggy, I was not feeling well, I was nauseated because I didn't sleep in the night and I was feeling sleepy in the exam hall. That's criminal. 2-2, 3-3 साल मेहनत करते हो and then examination के दिन में आप हॉल में सो गए. Okay, it tells us terrible about your planning abilities. ठीक है, तो अभी आप करें, कोई बात नहीं, but make sure you have a fixed time to sleep and wake up. And before sleep, last 1 hour consolidation. After waking up, 1 hour again consolidation. Seeing paper, newspaper, books in the dreams. हाँ ठीक है, वार्तिका, and that tells me about your immersion. Okay, it tells me how immersed you are. और वो हमेशा disturbance और nightmare नहीं होता है. ठीक है, अच्छी बात है, आप जो कर रहे हैं, the same thing you're going to sleep. Okay, it becomes a part of your, yes. In fact, नींद में आप तो पेज पलटोगे. Then I know you are into the process. Okay, you will turn the pages. You will exactly see what content. I mean, I think that's something I have kind of made it a habit for myself. The classes literally पलटते हैं मेरे. I'm teaching this, I'm not teaching this. ठीक है? So introspection is what I was suggesting. Think on the topics you have learned for the day.